Surprise live again tonight. Oh. It's been a long week. We'll see who shows up. Got a big event coming up next weekend. And another one on the 29th. So we're going to have a busy month. Well, two chunks of it anyway. We'll have to wait and see how the rest of it goes. What's up? I am here. I see somebody showed up. Forgive me. My body decided it was the time to be congested, so that's how that works. Speak up. Is my mic working? Somebody talk to me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to talk on some basehead stuff tonight. At least that's what we're going to start out with. You know how this goes. It could go in any direction at some point. But we can start with questions. If you guys have a question, now's a good time to throw it in there. I'll see it for sure. Oh, I always struggle with this. Stupid thing. Hang on a second. Let me see here. What is that? Oh, yeah. That's the highlight thing. Yeah, I forgot about that. What's up, people? Who's in there tonight? Who's visiting? People are joining the room. Y'all need to speak up. I can't see any chat yet. Maybe all messages. Okay. Yeah. Tonight we're going to talk a little bit about, we're going to start this off talking about etiquette at a car show. Or at a car stereo show. One of the first things is getting a demo. So if you roll up, you see a guy with a loud vehicle, or a girl. I actually get demos from girls a lot. But you see a person with a nice loud vehicle and they're going, hey, I want to check that out. I want to get the demo, right? So how do you approach? You just walk up and ask, usually. Are you doing demos, man? Sure, hop in. All right, what not to do? Don't take a cigarette in with you. Don't vape in there unless you ask first. If you're funky, don't get in. Go home. If you got a drink that might spill, leave it outside the vehicle. Because there's a real good chance you're going to spill it when the stuff starts. Okay? These are all kind of obvious, but just throwing it out there. When you sit down, ask them if they want the door shut or left open. Ask them if they want the window up or down. Don't just automatically assume that, because a lot of times these are things that the guy giving the demo is going to want to handle on their own. When the whole thing starts, the person giving the demo will have some set music that they play for demos. They have tracks that they've already pre-screened They know that they're going to play right inside the system's perimeters and not go over or under their frequencies. And everything's going to be good. It's usually not a good idea to go, hey man, can you play ya 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 song, this song, that song? Because they may have a version of it on file to play, but you don't want to just pull it up on YouTube and play it or whatever. That's not how that works. When these vehicles are set up to operate within a set of perimeters and on the edge of everything within those perimeters. So if you throw something that is too low or has some bad frequencies in it or whatever, it could wreck the system, or at very least make it sound like crap. So asking for someone to play a song or to pull a song up on the internet is not the jam. Can I get somebody to comment, because I can't tell if the comments are even working or not. I know I've got like 20 people showing in the room right now. Somebody comment and say something. And if I'm still asking and you've already commented, it's because, there we go. Thank you. I just needed to see one comment. Thank you, Jeezy. Yeah. So getting the demo is always the thing. It's great. Enjoy it. Have lots of fun. Don't ask for them to play any music. Don't bring any crazy stuff in the car. Don't spill anything in the car. Don't touch anything in the car. It's a lot to it. But by all means, people giving demos absolutely love to give demos. So by all means, bring your demo wanting cell phone, and we will buzz your brain for you. So, anybody got any questions for me tonight? I'm gonna let y'all know it's kind of chilly, and I might be shivering a little bit. I've had a long day, and got out here and did that video for the booster pack, compressor thing. That was pretty cool. And it's funny, man, you can spend 20 minutes actually doing something, and it takes several hours to shoot the video of it, and then it takes 4 or 5 more hours to edit the video, even if you're doing a crappy job of editing a video. What's up, Bobby B? How's it going tonight, brother? I missed Andy the other night. It's purely my stupid. I got caught up in some stuff, in some deep conversation about something else. We'll talk about some tonight. But and then I was editing video, and then I got caught up in the conversation, and I looked up, and it was like he had just logged out, So, oh well, was it Thursday night? It was last night or Thursday night. It was the last night he was on. Anyway, it's all good. So the other subject matter, I put up a video about it, and so you guys that watch my channel, we're talking about car audio clubs. So it's a double-edged sword, just like any gang or club is. On the face of it, it's essentially a way for people of like minds to get together and enjoy that's probably what it was. Yeah. For people of like minds to get together and talk about a subject matter that most people aren't interested in. And so on the face of it, that's great. People hang out and doing all that kind of stuff, because there's not a lot of us. We're a small percentage of the population. The problem is whenever you get a bunch of people in a group under a flag or under a color, you're going to have bad people too. And so the bad people come with the good people, and the bigger the groups get, the more of that crap filters in, and causes problems. So car audio clubs and car audio teams is something that you got to decide whether or not you want to get involved or not. But it can be good and bad, and just know that the good and the bad come together. I'm not actually on a team. I am affiliated with a team. If I'm considered on the team, I was not aware of it. But I am closely affiliated with Savage Sounds. Oh, Fuego. Yeah, baby. But I'm closely affiliated with Savage Sounds, and I'm closely affiliated with Team GP. I'm not officially on that team, though. When you get home, catch up, want to sleep on the couch, no dinner made, does she get a talking to or a back slap? Well, I'm going to tell you, when my wife gets home and I ain't got her dinner made, I might get a talking to. Actually, she won't talk to me. She'll just go heat some burritos up and, chow down. So yeah, I'm kind of on the other end of that, brother. I'm a house husband. So there you go. And I would never put my hand on my wife or anybody else's. And if I see somebody else do it, I'm liable to give them the backside of my hand. That's how I feel about it. Do you have any experience with the Audison SR amps? And are they much different from the Alpine S series amps? I'm familiar with the Alpine S series. I'm not familiar with the Audison SRs. I just know of them. That's all. The Alpine amps from the mid to late 90s were some extremely good amplifiers. Hello from the Pacific Northwest, Mr. El Fuego. Yes, Bobby B's on top of the game, man. He's on top of the game. And, I tried to do a schedule thing, but I always wound up screwing it up, so I just finally gave up. And I figure I'll be like, surprise bass. But I will tell you guys that my plan from here on out is to do a live on Saturday, at least every Saturday. And the timing on that is going to depend. So this coming up Saturday, I'll do a Saturday live during the day between 10 and 5, somewhere in that range, because I'm going to be doing live at the show. The next weekend, or next 2 weeks after that, I'll be doing a Sunday live, because it'll be at the show. But I'm going to try to hit up on a Saturday, probably in the evening. Yeah, right. I'm about like me, Bobby B. I tell you what, I don't have the average life. I have this broken bass head life. So, 4 lives? Hell yeah, dude. But yeah, whenever the shows come up, and I've got a couple coming, I'll be at the show doing a live, and I'll try to run a live for an hour to 1 to 2 hours until I get tired and need a break. But I like going live at the shows. It makes for an interesting, it just makes for a really interesting live show, because it's so dynamic. The environment's very dynamic, and I can move through that environment and get you guys, as it's happening, stuff, surprise. Hey, what's up, man? We're live. Whatever you say is going out. No take backs, baby. Let's see. I need to do my full install, but I always find excuses not to do it. And Bobby, man, all right, I'm going to tell you, the way to get past that. What's up, Trunks Under Lithium? So the way to get past that is to go break something, or go take something apart, just one thing. Like if you got the install, whatever go start it in a way that you have to finish it to be able to enjoy anything. Just do something, do a part of it, and once you do that, then you'll just trip right on through the rest of it. I'll tell you what I like to do. I like to wire up my amp rack on the table in the house. So I'll go bust out if I'm putting amps and stuff in on a board. I'll bring all that stuff in the house and set it all on the table and lay it all out and do it that way. Fuego says, I'll be running your product on my next bill thanks to the exposure provided by CAE. Yeah, baby. Guys, check this out. I didn't even realize it, but this little 10K I got right here, it's good to negative 40 degrees, man. Negative 40. That's so cold. I don't even function at negative 40. I don't like going outside if it's like close to zero. What we got? Be ready to whip you up something proper, he says. If it's a custom bank or a banger series, it's pretty wicked for the price. You damn right. Quality is important, and that's what we all about up here. Bobby B says, I need to do some sound dampening. Run power wires, do big 5 and amp rack. All right. And is this a car that you already rolling in currently, or is it one that's parked? Is it that second car or that primary car? That's important. You got to give me all the information so I can help you. The Trunk Under Lithium. Y'all tell us about something you got coming up, man. What's coming up around the corner? What's the new thing? Daily driver. All right, so what you got to do is go out there and disconnect the power wires and get to work. Once you disconnect that power wire, now you got to do that big 5, man. You got to do it because you can't go nowhere. Disconnect. I'll tell you something else, man. If you have a chance to do a build where you're taking the interior out and stuff, I really have learned that it's beneficial to start your wire runs from your amplifiers and go forward. If you know on a small to medium build, or where you ain't running crazy amounts of batteries and stuff, 2 comp R10s and a Fox box, nice, under the rear seat. Well, that's easy money, man. You ought to be on top of that. Trunk Thunder says revamped 5K XL and 10K being upgraded to something more suited for running the vehicle and a 10K system on its own. Well, you're going to have to let me check that out. Bobby B, what are you going to be powering those comp R10s with? I know it's going to be a kicker amp. I mean, duh. Oh, no. He said a JP8, a JP95. Okay. Yeah, that's the new 5-channel. What's it got, like 1,500 watts on the 5th channel, on the sub channel, something like that. I can't remember now. It's somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000 watts, I believe. It's a stout amplifier. JP's bringing this A game with that stuff. Yeah, I agree 100%. It's got enough power that you can actually get down, a little bit with it. And for a 5-channel, that's saying something. There's not a lot of 5 channels out there with, with some genuine cojones, to come in there low swinging and play hard. But there are a few, and that's one of them. They just, yeah. Yep. Yeah, exactly. What's cool about a 5 channel? I tell people to start out with a 5 channel a lot of times. And the reason, my logic is simple. You start out with a 5 channel, it's going to do all your stuff. And when you decide you need a lot more bass, which you eventually do, then you can put that big subwoofer amp in there. You can use that other subwoofer amp as a up front sub, like a little front sub up there in the floor, up there under the dash or whatever. So you can shift that 5th channel up into that job. And then you can continue to use that full setup. So 5 channel is always a good place to start because you're going to get everything you need right off the bat, and then if you want to add to it, you can. Only amp I know that's top line 5 channel is that Assault series. Yeah, Assault is nasty. They made out of money, those things. Fuego also has one running a Comp Q15. Yeah, baby. Yeah, that's it, man. What's up, Andy? Glad to see you, brother. I knew you'd stop by eventually. Yeah, 2000 on the 5th channel. Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's a lot of power back there. Andy. Hey, I ain't got no kicker stuff in here tonight, Andy, so don't get mad at me. But it's just because I ain't got none right now, not because I don't like kicker. If you want something, JP price range, I really love the Dupont AK. Yeah, I'm all about some Duponts, man. I've had real good luck with Duponts. I've been using the crap out of it. I'm doing the best I can, man. Yeah, the AAKs, they replaced it with the Sports Series, if I'm not mistaken. And I got a couple of boys running the Sports, and they ain't had no problems out of them, so I don't know. Well, how good they hold up remains to be seen. Oh, you like my banter? Yeah, baby. You know what's up. You want some good lithium? Right there. So check it out, Andy. The cells I got in this thing are good down to negative 40 degrees. The lithium in here. Negative 40. How about that? That's so insane, dude. It's like I've been talking about that shit for the last couple days, man, just going on about it. Because it's holy crap, that's cold. Oh, yeah, baby. That's cold. You know what you ain't never gonna see in negative 40 degrees. This motherfucker right here. You won't see this one right here. Oh no. I was straight up be in the house. I ain't even gonna look out the window if it's that cold. So I ain't worried about it, because I ain't going nowhere. It's gonna be sitting out here just being. I gotta go from the vehicle to the house, and that ain't gonna happen. Waiting on the batch that's supposed to replace those. Yeah, people think Lap 4 can't handle cold temps. Majority cells don't like it, but that's why for the size and cost and ratings, she's tried and true. You dang right that is. Down to 20 here. No, yeah. See what I'm saying? I ain't about that. I ain't finna go out in no cold. I was up in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, man. I guess it was about 10 years ago now. This time just goes by so blasted fast. But it was more than 10 years ago. Anyway, I was up there doing some training, and it was cold. It got down to like, I don't know. It was in single digits, where the wind was blowing like 20 mile an hour all day long. And whenever I had all these clothes on. When I opened up the door to go outside, that wind hit me in the face, and I got brain freeze, instant headache, brain freeze, and I was like, nope, close the door. I went right back in the building. I said, y'all can go outside. I'm staying in here. Let's see. Living out with Andy says below negative 40 is a wasted information. Yeah, dude. If it's that cold, we just don't even need to go anywhere. SBSC. Do you do budget stuff as well? You talking to the man. There's a limit to how, budget is a budget. Now, do you mean low budget stuff? Because low budget stuff don't come with warranties. Low budget stuff don't come with expertise. Low budget stuff don't come with medical grade balancers. Low budget stuff doesn't come with research and development and testing and all of those things. When you go down to low budget stuff, all of that is on the person with the low budget. Just throwing it out there. That's how that works. Now, Andy who? Oh, that guy. Uncle Bobby B. Bobby B missed the train. He had to stop here. He got his hobo sack and he's hanging out. What is a good amp? Jason. Hello, Jason. How are you, sir? SBLC. What is a good amp? Well, it depends on what you're trying to do. How big you're trying to go. There's a wide. That's like me saying, what's a good car? What are you trying to do, man? I like the one that I got. A DeNicola Adams Series 9.5K, 9,500 watts. That's a slamming amp. 210s. Again, that still ain't enough information, man. You got 10s that run on 200-300 watts. El Fuego dropping the nickel. He gonna buy me some tacos. Fulfilling El Fuego, fulfilling the needs for a live stream with our brothers, the Colorado community. Thanks, and you are very welcome, El Fuego. Wonderful, wonderful thing you do. I'm gonna be eating tacos for a minute. Small truck S15. Yeah, like I said, 10s, you could be running 200 watts per, or you could be running 5,000 watts per. It's not as simple as that. If you're still trying to figure it out, then you're probably, going to be on the lower end of that scale. Yeah, 400 watts. So a little baby amp, I would pick up. I would pick up something like. I've had good luck with the JL 500.1. And the Rockford's got a little 500 watt amp. I would go to a brick and mortar store and buy the amp at the store. And the reason I say that is because you are going to get a warranty with a store warranty, and whenever you blow that thing up, you can take it back to the store and get it replaced. And you ain't dealing with shipping and all that stuff. That's what I would do if I was trying to be at that watch range. Living now with Andy gonna drop a few pennies, baby. I ain't got no. I don't have any of the the sprinkly. I don't have any gifts, any movies, any cool videos to play. But I will say thank you guys very, very much for your patronage and your donations and your big old heart. Because we need all of that. I need lots of tacos. Patrick Waterman. Best battery Like best battery for 1800 watt amp with two 12-inch speakers. Well, there you go. Um, he will answer that question. I can answer it, but I'll let him answer. Let's see. Trying to get into SBL competition. If you're trying to get into SBL competition, you're going to want to. That's a commitment, man. First thing you want to do is figure out what kind of box you can build under your vehicle, and get an idea of the driver for SPL specifically, and then figure out what drivers you can put in the box. Start out with your box and figure out your box and your electrical and all the structural stuff that you got to do to the vehicle before you even start. That's what I would suggest. It's a deep concept. It's a deep subject. Living out with Andy's sending me, I don't know what that, I got a heart and a taco. Yeah, baby. Hey, I just had, you know what I had? We had tacos earlier today, and I went and made me a baked potato and busted that sucker all open with the butter all over it, and I tacoed the baked potato, man. I tacoed the potato. I had a taco potato. Tell me that don't sound cool. It was too. It was as good as you think it was. Jason S-Wing says, I got 418 SCAR SDRs on 2000 watt amplifier, sealed boxes, and I'm just breaking into 150 in the Silverado crew cab, but I lost the whole back seat, and I have to rebuild my interior in a few months. Basic problems, baby. That's how that works. You know, when you get your first trophy, whenever you knock the rearview mirror off, and then you got multiples after that, like breaking trim, door handles stop working, windows stop working, windows falling down in the doors. That's also, and been busting the windshield, and then ripping the panels, the metal panels. That's basic stuff, man. Those are all trophies. You know, they're expensive trophies, but they're trophies. SBLC, awesome. Thanks for the knowledge. Hey, brother, I wish I could be more helpful, but it's like trying to teach a class on something. It's not a simple one-answer thing. It's a deep subject with a lot of different avenues you can take, and it's a whole thing. Andy says, anyone can compete in the car audio, but to get first place takes time and dedication. Sometimes to get any place, like first, second, third, fourth, depending on how many people's in your bracket. You know, you know, the best way to do it, and the best advice I could give you is to go to competitions. Take your vehicle that you got and just go to competitions. You're going to learn more by watching other people and seeing what they're doing and talking to them, and also trying it for yourself. You can go in there and run anything. I mean, you can put a Bluetooth speaker over there in the passenger seat and play that, and you're going to get a score, you know. Yeah, it's expensive. It's like any other thing, though, man. It's like, at first, it doesn't cost any more than just anything else. But the further you go down that path, the more the money increases. So once you've got to a certain point, you know, it's going to be here, all of a sudden it's going to start really going up. Because in order to increase upon what you've got to double your output and then double your output. So let's say you got 10,000 watts and you want to get any real gain, you're going to have to 20,000 watts. Now that means you need twice as much storage, you need twice as much power wire, you need twice as much amplifier, twice as much everything. So, and then whenever that isn't enough, you double it all that again. So yeah, it gets really expensive if you keep going. Money, what good is money if you can't spend it and have fun? Yeah, baby, YOLO. I'm all about YOLO. You learn more. It's funny when you're young, when you're a teenager, it's YOLO all the way, because you don't think you're ever going to get old anyway. You just like, let's do it, man. Let's just jump off this bridge. You know what I'm saying? Then after you get a little older, you're like, man, no, I gotta hold back. You know, I gotta look out. You know, gotta keep things in check. You know, and take care of myself. And then after you get to a certain point, you start to go back toward the teenage way of thinking, and it gets, I'm getting old. I'm gonna die soon anyway. So screw it. Let's jump off the bridge. It's funny how that full circle happens, man. Yeah. Andy said exactly. I learned more watching people compete than competing myself, and it's free. Yeah, baby. You're gonna make a lot of friends and learn a whole lot. That's the best advice I can give you is go to competitions, hang out there, and be a groupie. You know. El Fuego says I'm really interested in the Trunk Thunder Lithium 80. Oh, how does that compare to the Little Banker 10K? Well. That water hurts. Yeah, it only hurts for a minute, and then you know it's okay. Trunk Thunder is going to answer that question for me. And yes, Trunk Thunder says the 80 can run the whole vehicle and support north of 10 to 12K on a 240 amp alt charging at 14.4. The 80 is way more foundation. But straight up, that little dude right there, I can already pull the battery out of the system, and it can run this whole system 10,000 watts on a 370 amp alternator by itself. That's just totally solo. I don't run it that way. I run it separate, but it can. And yes, a little bit more would be better, but it can keep up. Oh, guys. Good times. Yeah, it's cold. For me, it's like probably 67, 66, something like that out here. It's just cold enough to, you know. It's a one and done drop in the Banger 10K. Newest predecessor is going to be something amazing from a budget basis, trying to run some serious power and not look back. Baby, that's what's up. We're going to be dropping that. Living Loud says, it seems like a better buy than the JP40 or the Cyber 12K. Yes. Now you see, now you're starting to see it. And it is. that's people are looking at the price going, well, you know, comparing it to an AGM or something, but that ain't how that works, man. If you go out there and dig around, you find the stuff that's really good, and you compare the price, and you go, oh yeah, that's not too bad of a price. That's a really good price. And then you find out that it's actually even stronger than what you're comparing it to, and bam, baby, Bobby B is a member. Bobby B. I needed more Green Team people. I only had the El Fuego. Now we got Bobby B and El Fuego. Of course, them two is always stuck together like Chuck together anyway. Green, baby. Hell yeah. Let me see here. Let me back up. I missed something. How many LTE 6.0 do I need to run 8K amp, 240 watt? Well, I guarantee you there's somebody in the chat that's going to answer that question for you. Yes. Bobby B, welcome supporter. It wipes the floor with a Cyber 12K, especially since both use the same pouch cells, which pouch cells need proper build construction or they swell quick. Yep. CAE supporter. Damn right. King of Bass. It's necessary to break in for subwoofers. And what does it improve? Trunk Thunder Lithium. Welcome. Trunk Thunder Lithium is a member. Green Team, baby. King of Bass. It improves or it settles in your cube perimeters. your tilt small perimeters. It will change them somewhat. It'll loosen up the spider. Spider gets a little bit looser. It'll play lows a little bit better. But do you need to break it in to get there? No, it'll do that by itself. So I have yet to ever break in a subwoofer by breaking in a subwoofer. I hook it up, I turn the knob to the right, and I jam it until smoke comes out. That's how that works. Because that's how that works, right? Let's see. I need that banger 5K for my audio room. Test bench. Yeah, that will be an extremely good test bench battery. No doubt, dude. Whenever I finally get the upgraded version, this one right here is going to probably go to be my test bench battery. But we'll have to wait and see if Fuego made me do it. Yeah, baby. Oh, you're asking him, okay. So, yeah, Trump Thunder's on top of that. Bobby B is the man. They always pushing the community in a positive way. Well, that's what it's all about, man. See, I got a little bit. We got a little bit of something down there. I actually made a few little deals. I ain't got many, but I made a few little things to put in the chat. It is what it is, man. But y'all know there's no structure here, none whatsoever. I just come on and wait and see what the hell people are talking about, and we go from there. But so what do y'all think? Do I need to go to 415s or 418s? Yeah, baby, 100%. 415s or 418s. Right now I'm running 412s. And y'all know that that's eventually going to change, right? That's going to change. So, no, Bobby B, we can't do 1212s. Yeah, that's the next question, see. Well, that's the thing, and it depends on what size I'm going, because there are certain subs out there that are 18s that are really bad, and there are certain subs out there that are 15s that are really bad. So I got to pick my size, and then I can start kind of shopping. Now, if I do a kicker wall, dude, I love some kicker. I really do. I could do like an economy kicker wall. Y'all know what's not the very bottom of the line square one, but the one above that. It's a comp. Is it the comp? Just the comp with the white stitching around it. Solo X12. No. That's too rich, I believe. Slaps audio. Slaps could be a particular. What is my goal is to blow as air, wind. You know what I'm saying? Wind, and so get low, and wind. And I want to be comfortably playing in the 20, 17, 18 to 25 down there. I want to be comfortably playing down there, and I want to be moving a lot of air. So big, huge cones is a thing. That's just how that works. Yeah, I agree with you. Oh hell! What just happened? Andy, did you go, Andy. I appreciate you guys. Y'all are awesome, man. Y'all do crazy stuff. And Andy's fun to watch. I don't like I said, I don't run anything kicker right now. I've ran tons of kicker. I used to run the kicker Qs. I run several sets of those kicker Q series because I love the way they sounded. In fact, some of the very best sounding subs I've ever heard in my life was the Square Kicker Q12s. Um, that that was my jam, baby. I loved them. The Kicker LZR quad box. Yeah, the quad box. Yeah, could be. It could be. Um, that's a good possibility. But I want to run a wall though, so that's kind of a thing. Yeah, dude. I totally agree with that. They and they play even at really, giving it to them volume. They always stayed super clean all the way through. So I'm all about that. Um, but I'm not on Q money right now, and whatever I do, I'm gonna have to try to. I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go, but I'm thinking that big cones is the thing. So yeah, I don't have a budget yet. I don't know. I'm probably gonna be shopping used stuff, secondhand stuff. So that's why I haven't decided on the sub. I'm more thinking about the build first, and then I can go. Yeah, I could run machetes. I could totally run machetes. I might be able to lay my hands on some good used baskets and do some ring cones. So it's a possibility. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. A rotary subwoofer bank. Yeah, I could do a rotary sub. One of those, the fan blades. I've really thought about doing a rotary sub on a car just to see what kind of crazy thing we can get going with it. That'd be pretty fun. They're not. It doesn't work for a car, but it'd still be fun to stab it in there and just see what happens. Something else that I've got in my mind is doing a SQ build with transducers for the front stage. For the whole mids and highs section, nothing but transducers. Making all the panels live so that they're actually making the sound. That's something else I got in my brain that I want to pull at some point. And that may be a thing that we do. Maybe I'll do that next year. So, and I'm tired. All that taco potato. Wow, that was good. I need to get a Cookie Monster back here to bounce up and down. I love it. So what do y'all think about the outside theme? Doing all this outside instead of so I could do it. I could do an indoor studio, but something about being outside is just cool. I dig it. I don't know. GP avatar, that'd be a depth bonds, or technically it's not depth bonds. It's drawing a blank. It's same thing. An avatar is a good choice. Yes, thank you. Yeah. I agree with you, Andy. All in good time, man. Audio Ace is a good choice. I could do that. What I would likely be is a possibility of the GP, the Team GP 18s. It could be 2 Team GP 18s. Or it could be 2 of those crazy new Sundown 15s, but I really don't want to do that. I wouldn't mind. I could totally see running 2 Team GP 18s though, because those are stupid and they're rated at 5,000 watts RMS, and I might be able to score 2 of them. So for those of y'all that know the numbers, 215 or 218s versus 412s. The 18s have more airspace, right? More surface area. All round, of course. Got to be specific. We got kicker people in there. Let's see. I'm going with the BC wall. C++ wall with 4 kicker solo X12s. Oh, let me back up here. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm going with a B/C++ wall with 4 kicker solo X12s on 2 Warhorse. Excellent choice. 2000 Chevy Tracker. That's going to sound real good, man. That's going to sound real good and be hit hard. Put Tyler in the headlock. Man, you ever try to catch a tomcat, a wild tomcat? That's Tyler. You grab him and then his mohawk just slips right out. You look over there and he's gone, buddy. Gone like the wind. He's out of here. And I would love to have a 32-inch sub. But it's not really practical for what we're trying to do. Yeah, thank you. That's it. That's kind of my thing. Oh, dude, I already had I told you I already had tacos and I had taco potato. So I am very full, but tomorrow I'm gonna cook some chicken. Tomorrow is a chicken day. Andy said, hey, gotta bounce. See you at Fuego. Bobby, Trunk Thunder, keep up the content, CAE. Thank you. And you keep up the content as well. Peace out, brother. Let's see. Everybody's waving at Andy, headed out the door. He's running for it. Chicken tacos time. And I'm out later. Stay safe. Peace out, Bobby B. You have a good night too, man. Y'all are awesome for stopping by. Questions? Do we have questions? See, we outside. See, that's the neighbor over there. We're gonna turn the camera around. Oh. Do we have questions this fine evening? It's a question and answer section. The subject matter is, well, pretty much anything basehead. Y'all get to pick. Nobody. Well, we got about 6 minutes. 6 minutes. 6 minutes to get fresh your on. Oh yeah, we're bringing it old school. David. David says, I am designing my first sub box. It's 3 cubic feet internal plus 1.5 cubic feet port volume. Can you put 2 15s in that box? So you got 3 feet, and then after you take the port away, you've got 3 cubic feet in there, and you want to put 2 15s in there. I would highly recommend not doing that. If you're going to run something like, there are a few subs out there that are designed for it. You damn sure don't want to put no sundown subs in there. There's a few. You got to be real careful about it though, because 1.5 cubes per sub is small. You got to find something that's got a low requirement on volume. I know of a couple, but I can't think of the names off the top of my head. Most likely, 1.5 is easy 12 territory. Most 12s will play in that pretty easy. And it's real easy to put 10s in. And honestly, you're better off to, I don't know, I have to look at them. Look at the specs. If you're looking at the Resilient Sounds 15s, look at the specs and find out what the minimum required space for a ported box is per sub. And I usually like to go with a little bit more air volume than they recommend. I like to go up about another 10 to 20% personally. And then you got to watch and make sure you're running a high pass filter, ultrasonic filter on there, so you don't overextend on the lows, because you'll get a little loose, but it also plays lows better. That's just my personal preference. They're saying 2 to 3 cubes per sub, so yeah. Why not just run 115 in that box? That would work pretty good. That way you can continue on with the build, just build it for 115 instead of 2. I'm going to tell you right now, if you put the 2 in there, it will work. But it ain't going to play lows at all. And you're very likely to damage the subs. They'll mechanically damage them if you try to push them too hard. So you're better off putting the 115 in there. Run that sub, just run one of them. Run it in that 3 cubic foot. That bad boy will play low all day. And I can tell you, yeah, exactly. I can tell you that I ran 115-inch Hooligan 15 and my Ford Edge, and I had a 5,000 watt Hooligan DS18 Hooligan amp on it, and we were knocking on 50 real hard. I was running 148s and 149s and stuff like that with 115. And I'm running 412s in this Tahoe, and I do 148.9 without clipping. If I push it into clipping, I can get over a 50, but I can run this clean and run it all day. I demo it. I demo at around 149. That's where I demo at. I give them full tilt boogie, but I got it set up to where it's clean at full tilt. So yeah, a 150 or close to a 150 is loud. And you can absolutely do that in a fairly small car with 115 on a good amount of power in the right box. And I can't state this enough. It's all about the box. If you look up Sundown Unofficial's the old name used to be Sundown Unofficial. Now I think it's just like Unofficial or something. I don't know what it is. They had a pink Blazer they built on there. They put a whole lot of power on I believe it was two 18-inch subs, 2 U-Series 18s, Sundown U-Series. And anyway, he was testing some of the Sundown full bridge SFB amps and tested a 600 watt amp on that build with those 2 18s in it. And he clipped the crap out of the amp. I mean, he pushed it deep into clipping. But he got over a 60 on a 600 watt amp in that build. And the reason is simple. It's all about the box. When I say the box, it isn't just the box you should think, and it's also the vehicle that box is in. That's part of that enclosure. So if you get the right enclosure, the right sub enclosure combination, and the right vehicle with the right treatment done, And you can make a lot of sound pressure and a lot of deep, rich bass with very little power. And then whenever you add more power to it, you just take it to the moon. You see what I'm saying? It always start with the box. So what do you want to do with my system? Figure out what you can put in there. Figure out what kind of box you can build and put in there, and then find subs to fit that air volume that you got to work with. Get somebody who knows how to build boxes to design it or build it for you, or do a whole lot of research and do a whole lot of experimentation and build it yourself. Build your skill set. It's whichever one works for you. Some people got time, some people got money. Most people ain't got both. So if you got money, have someone do it for you. But don't just go to no crappy shop. Do your research and find someone to build it for you that knows what they're doing. You know, if you ain't got nothing else to go through, hit up GP Car Audio and look at their glue it and screw it boxes. They're excellent. They build them per spec for sub. So when you get the box, it'll come flat packed, which means a whole bunch of wood already cut to fit everything. All you got to do is just glue it and screw it. And the thing is designed to fit the subwoofer that you're putting in there. And that's an excellent way to get a good box and learn some box skills at the same time. And the prices are good too. Oh yeah, I haven't even talked to them about a wall. So there you go. And of course, like my wall's a slip-in. They call it a slip-in. Meaning that it's a big, huge box pushed in here and then built out to fill in the interior of the vehicle. I can't really show it to you because it's too dark, but I got plenty of videos up. To watch some other videos, you'll see my wall in probably 90% of my videos. But and I got the videos up of putting it all together, you know, so you can see how it all went together, how it all works. So a slip-in wall is just a box that the baffle has been extended out to completely seal off everything behind it from the listening area. It's a good way to start out. You're talking, oh, yeah, man, just go ahead and squeeze, dude. Squeeze harder. You ain't squeezing. Look, you got to apply yourself. What you got to do is take your arms, right? Put them right down there in your gut and just kind of get up under your rib cage and then get them good and tight and lean forward a little bit. Just get it to moving, you know? Don't half-ass it. Go on ahead and knock it out the park. Crap. I already have a Big Boss 3K, and I was thinking about doing 2 MVX 12s. I have very little experience with the MVX subwoofers, but just go by the specs, man, because I know that they're rated accurately. So I would work with that. And that Big Boss 3K is a little bit overpowered. I think it's actually making a little more than what it says. I think it makes up close to 4,000 watts. So you want to find some subs that are at least rated around 2K each RMS. If you want to pound on them a lot for a long time, if you're going to just do burps and drags, then half that power. So 1,000 watts each would probably be okay, as long as you back off of them and let them rest in between runs. We're going to try a wall next season. Take your time when you design it, man. I don't know if you're thinking about a C pillar or a B pillar, but I can tell you that a B pillar is going to get louder and be windier and do more of all the stuff. But a C pillar is going to sound better. It leaves enough room for the sound to mature in the car, and the bass will have a better ring to it. The mids and highs won't sound like you're inside of a closet, because this is what it sounds like when you get up all the way up into a B pillar wall. You get that closet sound going on. It's kind of hard to get rid of that. Everything just sounds close. I know it is, but it also sounds that way. The wall gives you a little bit more room for things to mature. Of course, it also takes away from the pressure. So, yeah, 50 or one, 100 of the others. So, it is what it is. Well, guys, I have thoroughly enjoyed this conversation tonight. Y'all have been absolutely amazing. Yeah, right in the middle of the rear doors. Yeah, yep. I'm down with that, man. So something kind of like an extended B pillar, so you got room to lay your seats back. That's a solid choice. But be sure and reinforce. You're going to make sure them doors don't open. Anyway, guys, I had a good night. Y'all have been awesome. And until next time, we will. What would I throw on them? 2. I'll tell you, and then I'm out of here. I would on that amp. I run 2 of these guys that I'm running in here, and that's 2 of the 300 series DePBonce Apocalypse, 302s, or the 12s or the 15s. They're 2,000 and 2,500 watts RMS rated each. I'd run a set of those, maybe a set of the 15s or a set of the 12s. That's what I'd be throwing toward them, because I've already beat the daylights out of these 302s. I know how tough they are, and that's exactly what I'd be running if I was going to throw something new at that amp. Y'all have a good night. Peace.